Boy, it's the VapeStew After Dark. Welcome everybody so much to the show. Welcome so much to the show. I'm Demo Vapes, and I'm alone as of right now, it seems. So a lot of the beginning of the show is going to be me like trying to get a hold of people to get on here and be guests with me as well. So I've invited Jared the Vaping Goat, Vaping with Ken. I've invited those two people. I'm going to hit Nick Garrity, Dr. Amp. I'm going to invite him on. Of course, Stan and Joel might also be on. So hopefully this will be more than just me. But you know what? I'm going to hang out with you guys either way. So even if it's just me, welcome. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. So cool. How are you guys doing tonight? How many here did not watch VapeStew before this? I'm going to ask that question here while I message somebody else. VapeStew after show? Question mark, question mark? Oh, he's seen the message. Guys, he's seen the message. So I've had a number of tequila drinks, as well as sometimes I might partake. And if anybody of you guys know what this is, you'll know. So I'm feeling real good. How is everybody doing tonight? Oh, apparently Siri was dictating for me. This is what Siri thought I was saying to Nick Garrity. Stop. Go away. As well as sometimes I might know what this is, so I'm over apparently Siri was dictating. Oh my God. Oh, let's see. We got a response from Dr. Amp. Volcano. Hell yeah. All right. People know what it is. I'll say it a different way. This item is legal some places, and others it is not. And I am a medical patient in my state, just so we're all clear on this. Right? Oh, he's recording his segments for Vape Radio. All right. Well, cool. What's up, guys? What's everybody vaping on tonight? I want to know. Let's see here. How many? We got 24 people watching. Making microclaptons for a staple helix. I have not done a staple helix. Not done a staple helix. So I got to get on that. I've been doing the alien thing for a little bit here now. I've just kind of been like falling down the alien track. I'm trying to take this like down track. So like I haven't really done much staggering. I haven't really done much helixing or anything like that, but I've done a lot of aliens and I've done a lot of frame staples and everything kind of below that. Dreamer and a drop. It's a good combination. Pulse with a drop, also a good combination. Connie Fellows just posted in VapeStew. Awesome. Let's see here. Haven't even figured out. Apocalypse on my XXX mechs. XXX mech. Texas will never pass. Herb vaping. Yeah, it's a bummer. It's a definite bummer. So, pistachio vanilla bean? Oh my God, that would be delicious. Marcellus. Dude, Marcellus. Everybody's on this Marcellus train. I got to get a bottle of Marcellus. What do you guys think? Anybody who's tried Marcellus from Savage, what do you think of that e-liquid? I'm very curious. Let's see here. What's up, guys? What's up? Rebel and Drip Tech DS. It's delicious. I'm a dessert guy. I like desserts. Isn't Marcellus a dessert flavor? Isn't that how that is? You guys should all go. Do you guys follow Jared the Vaping Goat or Vaping with Ken or Dr. Amp, like Nick Garrity? Do any of you guys follow those guys? Because all of those guys need a little bit of harassing right now to come on this show right now. Oh, we got a Joel, Mr. Just Right.
I told you I'd come on for a few minutes, man. Hell, why not?
Awesome, cool. I've messaged about 6 people. Like, who wants to come on?
It happens.
How you doing, man?
Doing good.
Let's see here. Oh, Stan will not be joining us.
Who?
Stan.
Who? No, I'm just playing.
I don't know. A guy that I think his name is like Stan or something. He runs a YouTube channel called Tenacious TX Vapes. I don't know if you've ever heard of him, but he puts out okay videos. It's fine. They're all fine.
Trying to get the YouTube channel pulled up right now so I can see chat and comments and
Connie Fellows, by the way, the giveaway winner, just posted in VapeStew, the Facebook group. So
good deal.
Just so that might be a good way to contact her, because I know we didn't.
She reached out to me as soon as we got off the show.
Good. That is a motivated giveaway winner. I sometimes have giveaway situations where I like announce a giveaway and then it'll be like, nobody will contact me. So then I'll be like, well, I guess I'll contact you then. Like,
I won't.
You know,
you're better than me, man. I give them 48 hours from the time I announce it to that's the time to claim it. 48 hours.
Yeah,
I don't list them in the videos. I don't list them in the video. The way I feel about it, if you don't care enough to watch the video, you don't care enough to win.
I feel that. I totally respect that. I've always had this sort of like, I got to contact the person that won my giveaway and be like, you won. Like, you know, like just so you know, if you missed it.
Man, there's too much other hashtag team free shit guys out there. And I do enough giveaways, man. I mean, enough that the least I can get back of it is some support, you know.
Absolutely.
Support me, watch the channel. That's not too much to ask. It's not being rude or a dick about it. It's just being honest. There's a lot of team free shit out there. I expect you to watch the videos and support in return.
Cool. So we've been asked what we're vaping on. If you watched the first half of this, the VapeStew, what we are vaping on has not changed, but I do see some names that I did not see on VapeStew. So I'm going to go over what I'm vaping on. I don't know if you want to do that. You feel like doing that, Joel?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, let's do it. All right. So Joel, why don't you go first?
All right. So I do have my trusty Arc Mod 240 watt with the triple up top by Vandy Vapes and Vaping with Twisted 420 collaboration. The expansion tanks from myvpro.com up to 9 mil deuce capacity. I am also vaping on my Half Moon Mod Squonker with the Dead Rabbit SQ. In that, I have Square by the makers of Round E Liquid, their new Dimension. I like the way they did their marketing on that, new dimensions. So it is Square, and it is the cookies and cream, which I'm absolutely in love with. Now I cannot wait to try the raspberry. What else I got? I also got my Belisk 1 of 37 with the VLS up top. And inside that, I have nothing in it yet, but I'm probably about to squirt it up with some chubby bubble perp. And inside the triple, I have the lemon berry, best in fruit at Atlanta. So pretty happy with that one as well. Much love to them guys too, man. They show me so much love. It's not even funny. I mean, it's like once a month I go out to my mailbox and I got like 9-10 bottles of this stuff. So much love to lemon berry. And that's what I got for tonight.
Word. All right. Well, let me show you what I got here. Nothing has changed from the original VapeStew that we just did over on Stan's channel, but rocking the Anarchist Hexome V3 with an original recoil up top with a DHD Macaron drip tip. Inside of that, I have King's Crest Duchess Reserve, and this stuff is so good. It's a Tres Leches cake, but I don't know. I think there's more to it than that, but it's a Tres Leches cake at its core, and it is so good, man. It is just, it is real good. I need to juice that up. Anyway, don't forget that. Anyway, Minikin Boost Kodama. Got this with the Fire Luke mesh up top. And in that, I am vaping Dat1, which is a vanilla tobacco juice from Coil Vapes. This is so good, dude. How good is it? It says Yeti. This is really good. It's a very it's vanilla-y, but it's also kind of dry. Like it's not super sweet. Like it has a nice dry kind of pipe tobacco flavor, which is very, very nice. Then I have the Titan. This is the Titan Parallel 2700 box. These are awesome. If you want one, go to the Titan Faction on Facebook. They have them there, I do believe. They will be coming out on the website at some point, but you can get it in series or parallel, and it's just a great way to use 2700s, man. I love it. I love them in parallel. Twisted Message 24 Pro, Krispies right here. That is a Rice Krispie treat juice by Sickwids. Just a couple more things because I always carry like my entire vaping stash with me everywhere I go. This is the Squid Industries Double Barrel with the Flux tank by Synthetic Cloud. Flux tank. And this is just bomb. It is super, super, super good. It's a great smooth airflow. I've got Mama Melon from the Mama San in there right now. Rocking that. Very delicious. Let's see here. Anything else? Do I have anything else? I don't think so. I've got my two pods. I've got my Stig with, got my Stig, Tropical Mango, disposable system, and then the Fix with Cool Melon. And that's really about it. And I knew that took forever. Let's see here.
Good deal. Brad be vaping, man. I am doing wonderful, brother. Absolutely wonderful.
Yeah, what's up, Brad? I'm going to get your package out. Your package is scheduled for pickup tomorrow. And I'll get you a tracking number when that gets picked up.
And Demo, you asked me earlier if I got that package shipped out. What I got shipped out to you was the Lucid and the Dreamer from Tenacious, Texas I bought. Remember I showed last week I bought that? He's supposed to be shipping that one to you for your 1K giveaway. And I did get your Bravo out to you.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Okay, so that's what I got going out to you.
It's all good. I just wanted to check.
The cotton for Monty was sent out to him the same day as well. And anything else that was for me. I did receive these guys. I don't know how familiar you are with Kinetic Labs. Are you familiar with any of that, Demo?
No, I'm not. I'm not familiar with Kinetic Labs.
Dude, I'm really anxious to try this. One, I love the damn box. The packaging, purple and chrome, just pops, stands out, real good shelf appeal.
Absolutely.
Ready to try those guys. They sent me their whole lineup, actually. So
where did Vaping with Ken go? He came in and then left. I was trying to get a hold of that motherfucker. I'm trying to get Vaping with Ken on this damn stream. Someone message him.
Come back. And I got this. Have you tried this, Demo? I'm sure you've tried this. The Blue Pucker, Tony B.
I have not tried that, man. I want to try it so bad.
They sent me that to try as well. I'm anxious as hell to try that one.
TC Vapes just asked if I've tried Adore e-liquid. We went over this in the last stream, and I know you weren't. I don't think you were there, but yes. Banana Bondage is literally the only juice that I've ever had that I literally vaped it and tasted the flavor profile and was like, "That's banana pudding, vanilla wafers, and whipped cream." And I thought that, and I went and checked the flavor profile, and I was just like, "What?" Like I was like, I have never had a juice that is like accurately like nailed the flavor profile. Like that was definitely the case. And it's not too sweet. It's not like the most kind to your coils, but it's not bad at all. So
well, I got to try some Avail e-liquid this week.
Really?
In my mini meetings this week, which was just all weeks, the whole week full of meetings. But got to try some Avail. That was very, very interesting e-juice. You know, they distill it. It's supposed to be like the purest. They market it as like the purest e-juice in the world.
Distill it.
Yes.
Really?
Yes. And it showed it. You could the Fire Luke Mesh is one of my favorite sub-ohm tanks, and I vape it with your sweeter juices.
Yeah.
But with the Avail and the Fire Luke Mesh, somebody brought it up. So man, I get a real bad metal taste.
Yeah. And
I got a metal taste out of it. The only thing I could associate that to would be that the mesh coils with the sweetener, which would typically kill a coil, but the spacing in the mesh coil allows it to kind of coat that coil a little bit, where the Avail e-liquid did not. So I wasn't impressed with the Fire Loop mesh with the Avail e-liquid in it. And I wasn't impressed with the Avail e-liquid. And I know that's going to shock some people to hear, especially in the upper echelon of vaping. But
Using the
I
word
really was.
distilled and e-liquid doesn't make sense to me. I don't know how you distill an e-liquid.
I just wasn't impressed with it. Honestly, I was not. I'd much rather have my sweeter juices and sweeteners. Yes, they're there, but I'd much rather be vaping on those any day of the week. And that's something that a lot of people fail to remember, that these sub-ohm tank manufacturers in China, they're doing their testing on what the people who vape, the sweeter juices. So they're designing those coils to be at peak performance with your sweeter juices. I don't know if anybody else has had that. Somebody said Avail is owned by Big Tobacco. Is it not? I think they did buy a good bit into it. They own a good percentage of it.
It is not owned by Big Tobacco, but they do have a minority stake holdership.
Yes.
So people say owned. It is not owned, but they do have part ownership of it. Sorry, I'm eating sushi.
One thing I cannot eat, sushi.
Really?
Yeah.
Sushi is amazing.
Anvil, not Avail. I'll say it how I say it. Somebody asked if I tried a Dory e-liquid. No, I have never tried a Dory e-liquid, believe it or not. It's something I have never got the pleasure of trying.
Well, you
but
need to get
in due time, man, because you got to remember, like, I know it sounds nuts, but dude, really, I got juice on top of juice on top of juice. It is, my juice line is just crazy full right now. I have my preferences of what I order and go back to daily, but I know typically try juices that look out for the community, you know. And I know Avail said next time I do something, or not Avail, but Door said next time I do something, they want to get with me on it. Anytime, I'm ready to make that happen. One reason why I show Ivan Lee so much love with rounds is because his contributions to the community, man. He's believed it, supported me from day one. Like 5 subscribers. Hey, man, let me send you a box of juice to give out to your people. Great. Thank you so much. And it's not about giving me something. It's about giving back to the community.
Dude, that's how. So Brett has sent me a ton of products from the Cloudy Vapor, and he's also been like one of the day one, you know, he started sending me stuff when I was like 3 months old. I was like, what the fuck? Like, nobody sends stuff to new YouTubers like that. And so I owe him a lot. But you know, he'll definitely, when things get bigger, it'll be good for Brett, you know, because you support me, I support you. You know, like that's how it works. We all support each other. And if you come in on the ground floor, then like we're gonna support each other. Like that's the best way to work in this industry, or in any industry, really. But you know,
that's just the way I live my life, man. Is if I don't have much family. I have a huge family, but I don't have much family that I keep in close contact with. You know, it's mainly where I'm at. I live by myself. The only family I have are my children and my wife.
Dude,
take care of me. I take care of you.
Absolutely. Robert Shorkey. I should give a shout out to Robert Shorkey over here. Big Tobacco got my money for 34 years until January 9th, 2018. No cigs since. So we're just over like almost 2 months, man. Like that's
great
dude,
job,
fuck
man.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Fuck yeah. Everyone go say congratulations to Robert Shorkey, because that's awesome. That's awesome. Dude, like that's what we're here for, man. That's why we do this. You know, we want people to find out about these things that are helpful to the community and helpful to people, you know. I'm curious, Robert, what did you quit with? I want to know. Please.
Very good question.
No. We are not the reason, bro. No. Sorry. I gotta address this. We are not the reason. You are the reason that you quit smoking. You are the reason, right?
We not can yourself help. Being the reason, your immediate loved ones.
We can be the catalyst, man. We can be the catalyst. We can help out, but you're the reason. That's very meta of me, I know, but like, yeah, you're the reason.
Well, it's like that thing. You can always lead the horse to water, but you can't force him to drink it. You know what I mean? That's the same concept. I say the reason why I quit smoking and went to vaping was for my kids, for my loved ones. You know, I want to be. I don't want to live to be old as hell. You know what I mean? I want to live to fulfill my duties on this earth. When my time is done, cash my check. You know, I don't want to waste any oxygen. But I know that means. And if it's meant for me to see another day and achieve another goal and help somebody else with something else, and so be it. You know, I'll be around for that. But when that time comes and done, I'm out. But my children are the reason why I quit. You know, and they're the whole reason why. I can't even take anything from that. When you talk about people support from day one, Wodafo, man, everybody's like, oh, George's a Wodafo whore junkie. Them guys, I've been sitting down with the owners of Wodafo for the last 4 years straight. I have no problem supporting them. I don't care what people's opinion is of them in the market. They may not have the most high-end devices and whatnot, this and that, but their business motto I support and stand behind. You know, they started off making clones, said, hey, we're going to get away from that, invest our profits from that and making our own devices and improving those devices and improve every year since. Yeah. So I support that 100%.
Definitely.
I know I got the one up with vaping with Twisted 420 being in my corner, a damn good personal friend of mine.
Dude, I feel you on that. We all owe people. This is the thing, is that everyone helps each other in the vaping, and owing someone kind of becomes the thing that doesn't actually exist. Like in a weird way, I owe so many people, but also some of those people owe me too, because I helped them as well, right? And so even though I'm small, I can impact them. Even if it's a small way, I can impact them. They impact me. Like Nick Bissett, Daily Vape TV, dude, come on, man. I gotta bro out for a second about Nick Bissett. I met him at VCC Tampa in 2017 before I was a YouTuber, right? And I saw him and no one was talking to him. Everyone was lining up around Grim Green and Homeboy OC and stuff. All understandable. But no one was really talking to him. And so I walked up to him and I was like, dude, you're Nick Bissett from Daily Vape TV, right? And he was like, yeah, man. And I was like, awesome. Like, nice to meet you. And we sat and chatted for 2 hours. And, you know, it was like one of those things that I've been inspired by the big YouTubers, but then to talk to someone like Nick, you know, and then I actually chat with him about it and have him be like, you should do it, you know, and I was like, okay, I'll do it. Fuck yeah. And now I'm here. You know?
That's so crazy. Because I was inspired by the big YouTubers too, but in a negative aspect.
Really?
Yes, dude. I seen shit that was going on that pissed me off because I know what's going on. I get to see a lot of what goes on in the background. You know, yes, I've only been doing YouTube since October of this last year, but
right,
I've been in the industry and watched and sat down in some big Skype calls for a long time and seen things that were going on and knew things that were going on behind the curtains, and nobody was saying anything about it. And it pissed me off bad enough to start a YouTube. I started my YouTube out of anger, out of being pissed off and saying, this is not right. We need to change this, the way things are being done, you know, get back to the community. What's up, Kenneth? I just seen you pop in.
How's it going?
Vaping with Ken.
Vaping with Ken, Joel Robinson, vaping with Mr. Just Right One. Pleasure to meet you, sir. Pleasure to meet you. You caught in on the conversation we were having about how we were inspired to start our YouTubes, and I was just telling him he was done in a positive way, sitting down with Nick Bissett. Mine was done out of anger and seeing what was going on, and said, you know what, if you want to be that, if you want to see a change, be that change. And I was challenged to do so by a very good friend of mine, and I took that challenge head on.
Right on.
So if you have an open chat, Ken, you should, because we're having an intense chat conversation. So Robert Shorkey's just said, so Robert Shorkey, he announced that he's been only vape. So he quit on what is it, January 9th or something like that of this year? I don't remember. January 9th, 2018. And he says he hasn't had a cigarette since. I missed Aspire Breeze. Okay. Now I have 2 more mods and starting to build coils. Dude, you're building coils faster than I was, man. I was not building coils at 1 month, almost 2 months, man.
Congratulations.
Yes, congratulations. Dude, Ryan Harrington, man. We've got Connie Fellows, Ryan Harrington, George, TC Vapes, Robert, Brian Etris, dude, Clown Vapes.
Yeti's uncle in the building.
Michael Diamantino, man. Eric Stockin. Seafood, dude. This is the community, man. James, fuck yeah. Yeti's uncle. Oh my Lanta. James Franklin, dude. Everyone's here, man. Everyone's
James
here.
James Franklin, I want to tell you, brother, I love your name.
Dude, this is what I said to James. I expected to meet James and because I met him at ECC, and I expected to meet James and have him be like a 60-year-old man with white hair and I'm James Franklin. I thought that was going to be James, and then this cool dude walked up to me and, young guy like us. And I was like, James Franklin. Oh shit. Not at all what I thought.
I would always introduce myself as James Franklin, the most interesting man in the world. Fuck, I thought Joel Robinson was a good name, but just Franklin, boy, James Franklin, that stands out pretty damn good right there.
Fuck yeah. Whoa,
So what are you vaping on, Ken?
What am I vaping on? Oh shoot. Okay, well, we'll go through this. Right now, I got the 502 on top of the G box with some Kilo White Series ice cream sandwich. Pretty good vape. Then I got the Bonds sitting on top of my drop here with some Dark Horse from Adore E-Liquid. And I'm also doing the Nunchaku from UL right now, the Nunchaku kit. And that has got some, I want to say, Mystery from Air Factory in it.
How you liking that Nunchaku?
You know, for a single battery mod, it's not too bad. It's actually quite nice, very slim, fits in the pocket well. The buttons are down on the below there, so a little strange to get used to, but it's not bad so far. I'm liking it.
Good deal, man. Good deal. I always like the single battery mod. Like one of my absolute favorites, everybody knows, is my CKS Dagger, single 18650 device, up to 80 watts, man. Single coil banger right there. That's my daily. Been out for a long time, so I use it all the time. I know Demo's not presenting me right now, but it's okay.
Sorry, I was dealing with a soy sauce spill all over my carpet floor.
No, not soy sauce.
It was bad.
Is it alpaca?
What?
You don't remember on American Gangster when they spilled the wine on the alpaca rug? This $50,000 alpaca.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No, it's really just, it's like probably IKEA Berber, but like, you know, it's still, I'm gonna have to shampoo that. What a bummer. Oh well. Ken, what are you vaping on tonight? Have you already told people what you're vaping on?
We just went through that. The Nunchaku, the Drag with the Bonza RDA on top of it, and he has the 502 on top of his G box.
Oh, right.
Well, I'm pretty good at that, ain't I?
You are.
How you liking your G box?
Honestly, I love it. It's does everything that I want to do, and it actually made me fall more in love with squonking than previous, because I had the Pulse BF before, and it just wasn't doing it for me.
You looking forward to the Pulse 80?
I'm sorry, you both went off at the same time there.
I'm sorry. I said, are you looking forward to the Pulse 80?
I'll give it a try. I'm looking forward to it.
That's going to be a very interesting piece. I think the 80 watt limitation of it is going to be a downside to it. Unless you just like me, a single coil guy that can rock a single coil build and be perfectly fine with it. But I think the G-Box really set the standard for the dual 18650 regulated mods and has really opened up a floodgate. What little bit of squonking remains by September, October of this next year will be dual 18650 or dual 2700 regulated squonk devices. Anything less than that falls less than that is not going to make it in this market. That's just my prediction. Yeah, I may be completely wrong, but I see squonking on the downside by September, October this year.
Really?
Pod systems will be everything this year.
No, dude, I think squonking's just started, man. We've got innovation yet to go.
Okay, but we got life cycles that come in this industry as well, and the life cycle of a device and the trend is very, very short. It will come back again, but it is ending its life cycle right now.
Yeah, okay.
It's unfortunate. It sucks, but that's just the way it goes, man.
You know what I would love
too fast.
The lifestyle to end? What product I would love for that lifestyle to end would be dual 18650 200 watt box mods. We're done. We're good. Like, we got enough. Okay? We got enough. We're ready for something new.
You know, the next thing behind that is going to be lipos again. We've had these, everything goes in life cycles in the vape industry, and we've had it many times over. We started off with mechs, they went away, they came back. We started off with squonks on the hemo scene, they died, went away, came back. We started off with the big box mods, they had their time, they went away, they came back. Everything comes in life cycles. We had our lipo. It's lipo's turn now to come back again. And I'm hoping that innovation stays ahead of that curve. And the biggest problem we have with manufacturers today is they don't want to think ahead. They want what's hot right now because so-and-so has it on the market and it's selling like crazy. If they started predictive marketing, their marketing and sales would be through the roof.
Right.
Why be the guy that jumps on the bandwagon instead of being the locomotive that's pulling the load? You know, and once they get that mindset and they start willing to do that, it's going to change everything in this industry.
I feel you. Okay, so question in chat. Homeboy OC Rage Squonker. People want to know about our thoughts on that, as well as a question then saying Demo G-Box now or wait for Homeboy OCs. And I'm going to answer that one by saying wait for Homeboy OCs because it's a lot sexier. It's a lot smaller than the G-Box. I don't feel like I need anything more than 150 watts, frankly. Like, really. Like, if you, I rarely ever vape higher than that.
What's the price point?
$100. $100. I would buy it for $100. It looks good. The bottle system is really, really easy, man. You just like literally like pull off this little like bottom thing and just pull the bottle out, and it's fine. Like everything works.
I would say that would be depending on your style of vape. If you are a mech guy and you like mechs right now, go with the Defiant Designs. DS and TS again. You know, if you missed out on the Drip Tech ordeal prior, which is a good thing, I'd say.
Oh yeah, yeah, guys.
Go that way.
If you want a mech squonker right now, get the Drip Tech. Do it.
It's Definitive Designs.
Do it. Yeah.
Clarify that.
It's not called the Drip Tech anymore. Sorry.
Yes.
Defiant Designs.
I only do that because I know Greg Stevens, and I got to give him the utmost respect for not just letting that die and staying defiant with the mindset to say, you know what, screw y'all, I'm going to go ahead and release my original idea. I own the blueprints and copyrights to it. I got to clarify that.
No, you're good. You're good. I feel you on that.
If you want to try before the Homeboy OC, because the way I predict the Homeboy OC piece is going to be, it's going to hit the market. A lot of people are going to buy it. It's going to be one of them harder pieces to get. Go ahead and get the G-Box because it's readily available. You can walk into your brick and mortar and you can buy it today.
See, I don't think so, man. Because like, I don't know. I talked to Homeboy OC and he sounds like they're in pretty high production. Like they're moving. Desire's got a decent amount of production. I mean, it's being made by Desire, so I don't know. I mean,
and that's the same people that made the Mad Dog and the Rabies and all them other RDAs as well, correct?
I'm not honestly sure what other RDAs they've made, but Desire did that 200 watt box recently that was like that kind of weird shape, and it was like a metal big box, and it has the thing on the outside that lights up. I don't know. I'm describing most mods, aren't I? But no, they were readily available. Like their booth was there. It seems like a large enough company to satisfy demand. They're probably not even manufacturing it, you know.
I've only seen a little bit of the Homeboy OC squonker there, and from what I've seen, it does look very interesting. I'm willing to give it a shot. I myself am a poor vapor, so I'm probably going to have to wait quite a while to even get my hands on it.
Sure. It is a situation that it feels nicer in the hand to me than the G-Box. Ultimately, the G-Box just feels kind of like you've got this huge thing, and Homeboy OC is just a little bit more sexy and a little bit smaller, and it doesn't feel huge. Like I think that's really what it comes down to. The bottle is nestled right between the batteries, so it doesn't feel massive by any means.
Well, only thing that concerns
and it's regulated.
The bottle being nestled between the batteries like that is batteries, whenever you're vaping at a higher wattages and higher temperatures, put off heat. Heat dissipation into your juice has always been an issue with me. That's why I'm not a very big fan of like the triple that I'm vaping on now with the 9 mil expansion tank. I actually like the smaller tank more than I do the expansion tank because I don't want a bunch of my juice sitting in there and getting hot. It starts, I mean, ultimately we vape it to get the vape off of it. We heat it up to make it start vaping. So when I think any time heat is applied to a juice, it starts breaking down the chemical structures, the flavor, everything about that juice starts breaking down the minute you start applying heat to it. And somebody say, well, it's only 2 batteries.
I feel like that's just a general issue with squonking then. I mean, like, you know what I mean? Like,
but when you look at like your G-Box, for example, there's actually, it's right there next to them.
Oh, no. See, that's not what I meant. Yeah, it's not in the same compartment. No. It's not the same compartment. It's its own separate compartment. The batteries have a compartment, and the squonk bottle has a compartment. Like, it's not the same. Like, it's like the G-Box in that way.
I'm going to try it. Without a doubt, I'm going to try it.
I'm excited about it. I think it's going to be good. It looks good. As long as the chip isn't shitty.
Has always been a fave of mine, just because the rouleau. when it came out, it was basically the same footprint. I mean, it fits the same footprint. I can put this in my cup holder in my Ford F-150 when I go out to the oil fields of East Texas with or basically non-existent roads, and know that device is going to stay where it's at.
So here's we are talking about the Homeboy box, right? So here's the thing that I think about the Homeboy box, honestly, is that the Homeboy box feels much more pocketable than the G box, and therefore much more portable, right? I hate carrying things like the Rouleau or the Drip Tech TS in my pocket. They're so heavy and they're like big, and they just feel like I'm always aware that it's there, right? But the Homeboy OC has like a nice flat side, so it'll sit nice against your leg. I don't know. To me, it just feels like a smaller package, which is nice because that's my issue with regulated dual 18650 or 2700 squonkers is that they are giant in general, and this doesn't feel giant. So I think that's honestly what attracts me to it.
Brian, you said you never liked vape squonking because all the good mods were single 18650s. That's not enough life for you. So you got the Drip Tech DS. It's great, but I haven't found a dual bat regulator till the Rage. Do you have a Rage, Brian? Etris, I guess is your name.
Yeah, I mean, if it's good, it will be amazing, right? Like this is how I feel about it. If it is well executed and everything works nicely, it's going to be great. But it hinges on that. Like that's,
you got to think of they're going. Homeboy and Grim are going to have to really get on Desire's ass because Desire doesn't have a good reputation of putting out good products. That's just the facts of the matter.
Sure.
Or in my opinion, I say facts.
Right.
My opinion. Because I had the Mad Dog, I had the Rabies, and which was just the stupidest damn name. Who the hell wants to name an RDA Rabies? What are you vaping on? I'm vaping on that Rabies. Well, no, don't give me that son of a bitch. You keep it over there where it's at. So I really do hope they come with it. I wish nothing but the best for Homeboy. I will gladly be trying that one. I promise you I will.
Yeah.
And my expectations is high. I'm not going to lie to you because the name itself, Homeboy OC, Grim Green, the impact they have in this industry, the bar is set really high. So it's going to have to meet that bar or it's going to be failure.
Right. So people are also asking about the Pulse 80 watt in the chat. And as far as the Pulse 80 watts concerned, the way I feel about that is that if you like an 80 watt, like say you're a single coil vapor and you like that lower wattage and you're looking for a regulated squonk that fits that bill, there are already a lot of them that are out there. But with the gene chip in it, it's going to be a great 80 watt squonk mod. The nice thing about it is going to be a 2700. So I don't see that being bad because we know that the gene chip is good. Like the Pulse is one of the most successful mods, in squonk. Well, I would say one of the most successful mods ever, the Pulse BF. It seems to have caught on like wildfire, man. Like I see vape bros who used to be vaping Smoke Alien kits and TFV8s with Pulse boxes now, like at my local shop, and that is crazy because that's like, wait a second, like things have shifted a little bit, So I think it's going to be good. I think that the 80 watt's going to be good. I've held it, I felt it, I've used it. Seems good. Like I'll test it because you got to know, but like it seems good from my first impressions anyway. And it's going to be a good price. So it's, I don't know. I don't see that one being bad. It's like, but if you need more than 80 watts, don't get it. Don't bother. Like it won't give you the satisfaction.
I will stay reserved on the 80 watts. Going to be a good piece. The 80 watt Pulse is going to be a very, very good piece. But I look forward to see what Tony B has up his sleeve next because it is very well known that he is never stopping with innovation. No, and that's what I like so much about him. He doesn't settle. And the Pulse was it 22 and 24 was probably the very first time. I was a little disappointed by him because I was very impressed with the 22. When the 24 came out, I expected it to be something totally different. Don't bite off the same apple that everybody else is biting off of, where you release an RDA and then you change it up by changing the airflow or you changing what it can do. That stuff right there is not innovation. You just imitated yourself.
Right. See, I had the opposite impression. I actually didn't like the Pulse 22 very much. And when I saw the Pulse 24 come out, I was like, okay, here's take two. Like, this is going to be better. And I used the Pulse 24 and I liked it a lot better. But that was just me. I'm a dual coil vapor. Like single coil is always one of those things that I'll vape a single coil and I'll be like, this is fun. You know what I mean? Like, but it isn't how I vape normally.
That's I like that though. I like the fact that there's differences in the industry.
Right.
Ken, are you a dual coil vapor or a single coil vapor?
Normally, okay, so normally I'm a dual coil because I like my builds around ranging from 0.09 to 0.2. But I do rock a single coil in my Kylan, and that comes out to a 0.18 right now. So I think it just kind of depends on
fat single coil.
Yeah, it's a stainless steel stagger fused Clapton.
Nice.
Yeah, it gives great flavor. But I think it really just depends on the build first off, and really getting to know your atomizer and trying many different builds to see what's good. Because sometimes a dual coil build, like for example, once again, the Kylan, I didn't like dual coil builds on it. I found the best thing for me was the single coil build for the Kylan. But for something like the Pulse 24, I prefer the dual coil build. For my D Pro, I like the single coil build because I believe that it gives me a lot better flavor and a lot better airflow as well.
The D Pro is a good piece. I actually like the D Pro.
I never tried the D Pro.
I tried it because it came on this Azareth box that they sent me. So I went ahead and tried it, and it was a very, very good little piece.
There's so many products in this industry that I cannot possibly try everything.
Nobody can.
Possible. Well, I mean, there are people that receive everything, right? You know what I mean?
And
like
they don't try They may look at it, but they don't try it.
Yeah, absolutely not.
They don't have enough time to spend with something. Yeah. That's why I like being a small guy, because I can spend a lot of time with something. And when you talk about getting to know your atomizers, the very first thing I do in every RDA that has ever been sent to me is I try a round wire build in it. We've gone over this 100 times over. I buy these Coil Master round wire 22 gauge box of 100 coils, because if it doesn't do good with a round wire, it automatically receives a scratch in the pros and cons.
Okay. So let's have a debate, because I feel that is to use one type of coil for every single atomizer out there.
I start with.
Well, right, but there are things that one coil, like certain atomizers, are just too huge. You know what I mean? Like they're too big and they need bigger coils. Like I have a belief that every atomizer has a way that it likes to be vaped. You know what I mean? And if that includes the single round wire build, like most mouth to lung stuff, for me, then that's how I vape it, right? Like that's what I try to find. I try to find every atomizer's like, this is the point at which I feel that this thing performs at its best, you know? But that's entirely subjective to me, right? So, you know, I'm not trying to criticize your methods. I'm just thinking like, to me that I don't understand.
The reason I have really good reasoning as to why I do that is because at one point in time we are all beginners, and if you just isolate and just remove the beginner builder from the market, that's a little messed up, because at one point in time everybody had to start somewhere, you know,
right.
And people say, well, you know, there is RDAs for them to do that on. The Goon, why I did not like the Goon is because you put a round wire build in there or a parallel round wire build in there or something, it has to be absolutely perfect. There's no way to clamp that wire. The Ghoul RDA is the very first RDA I've seen that had a clamp style system with a notch in it that's made to hold round wire builds. So they automatically got a +1 up for me, because it is designed, you can be a beginner or you can be a experienced coil builder that builds all the fancy Instagram coils, but the beginner was not forgotten, and that means a lot to me. Yes, I would say, do I personally vape round wire builds? Yes, I do, but not often. Yeah. Most of the time at the Fuse Clapton or something along them lines. But I chose to be a YouTube reviewer, so therefore I cannot forget the beginning vapors,
right?
Because I was one.
Okay, that was one of the reasons why I started my channels too, because as a vapor, watching all these bigger channels, you know, the 10,000, the 100,000s, I'm always seeing them put in the bigger builds, and hardly do I ever see them just put in a single round wire build or just anything easy like that and tell you what the flavor's like. It's always, oh, well, with this Clapton here, the flavor's great. I want to know what it's like with a round wire build. Now, Demo, at the same time, you said that sometimes you need more than a round wire build, or at least a bigger build. And I can agree with that to a point. I think it depends on the size of the atomizer. For example, I have a Twisted Mess is 30 millimeter. A simple little 5, wrap on a Kanthal won't do it for that. You're going to have to do something else. That's where like the parallel comes in, or I mean, that thing is meant for huge builds.
Right.
So I think it's kind of a little column A, column B. You got to take a look at what you have and kind of go from there.
Right. No, I feel you on that. I've actually thought occasionally like things like the Entheon, where I've been vaping and I've been like, I feel like this might vape really nicely with round wire. You know what I mean? Like every now and again, I'll have that thought. But I'm a builder, so I always have to find a way to like build something, for that atomizer. You know what I mean? Like I'm like, let's see, I've got a mouth to lung RTA. I'm gonna build a 32 gauge fused Clapton with 46 gauge on the outside. Like, you know what I mean? Like something stupid like that, But that's just my personality.
This was given to me.
Oh my God.
For a review on. All right, it is the couples kit. Tesla couple kit, 2 velocity style build decks in it. People say, man, that's going to be a dangerous piece, but it does split the load between 2 batteries and the whole 9 yards. You can vape one side or the other, however you choose. I actually like it because with the velocity style deck, it is a simple build deck in it. You can put round wire in it. If the new guy wants to vape and learn his ohms and really start testing things, this is a great little piece. I mean, you can really start pushing your limits as a beginning builder with round wire in this device and not have any problems. I did see somebody in the comments say they used the Goon with round wire builds and now the clamps are bent. It happens. You run a 22 in there or something like that, 20 gauge in the Goon, you're going to bend your clamps when you tighten them down. So everybody has their own little thing. This VLS, I love it as a single coil build. But it's not for the beginner. By no means is it for a beginner. Can it hold round wire builds? Yes, because I've already tried it. But the flavor's just mute. It's not gonna perform like you want it to, and you're gonna have a hard time getting it to perform with your fused Claptons in it. Everybody, I guess there's a little bit for everybody. I mean,
right. I feel that. It's such an enigma because it's like, on one hand, like you're right, like you should be able to use something with round wire build. I guess for me, yeah, I guess you could do that. I guess you could be like, well, I don't think this would vape very well with round wire, but if you're a more advanced builder, this might be for you, right? You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I would never use a round wire build in a Goon. Like it's just too big. There's too much airflow. Got to have something that puts out like stupid.
So I got a RDA. Sorry. I got an RDA that I absolutely hate. It's going to get a bad review. And I've been trying this thing out for 2 months, trying to find a good build for it. I've done, Claptons, interlocked, aliens, even round wire build, and I still cannot get a decent flavor off this thing.
What is it?
It's the, it's the AIM 9 Evo from AsVape. It's this little guy right here.
Oh, that thing is ugly.
Yeah, it's a cylindrical, it's a cyclonic airflow.
Oh, no.
It's a dual post.
Nope.
I get a little bit better flavor from round wire, but everything is so muted. I mean, even the drip tip itself, that's the drip tip. Just that whole thing right there. And
you know where I feel they missed the ball on that one?
By making it in the first place?
Airflow up top. Airflow needed to be lower, down bottom. Cyclonic upwards.
I see what they were trying to go for with the whole cyclonic thing, but I've tried so many different builds, and the basic build that I have in there is what is it? It's a 2.8 millimeter wrap with nichrome, and it's even then the flavor is muted. It's crap, and I absolutely hate it. But I've only talked to one other person who has it that they actually like. So
wow,
yeah. Aesthetically, I like the way it looked. Aesthetically, I like the way it looked, but it doesn't perform well. I do have that same one somewhere in my build pile of shit back here. I got it. I'm sure I know I got it, but I felt they missed it. It should have been a bottom airflow, because when you do the cyclonic style thing, you don't do your vape tornado from up top when you blow your vape on a table. You do it from the bottom upwards. That's the same concept they should have moved forward with on that RDA, and I think it would have changed everything about it.
So here's the thing about top airflow RDAs, and if you look at how air moves, air is sort of like water. Like if air comes in at the top, it isn't going to direct. Like, you can't really direct air like that. You know what I mean? Like, it's really difficult to do that without some seriously advanced, like, you know, billions of dollars are spent in the automobile industry to figure out aerodynamics, right? Like, having a little top airflow with some like cutouts that say that it's gonna like cyclone, no bullshit. Like, it's gonna come in and then it's gonna come in and then it's gonna go straight out. Like, it's gonna go in and go straight out. Like, it's just not.
But the Dead Rabbit achieved that.
Yeah, it's because they have depth to it. You know what I mean? Like, there's depth. That's why the recoil was so good, because there's a millimeter of metal or 2 millimeters on each side, like directing that airflow. That's different.
I personally modified my Dead Rabbit. I didn't like the.
I gotta know.
Oh, I drilled 3 extra air holes on either side.
That'll work.
Yeah,
there's nothing wrong. If people are comfortable doing it, because I remember back in the day with the Patriot. Patriot was probably the most drilled on RDA of all time. I don't give a shit what nobody says. If you own the Patriot, you put a drill to it.
But that's the thing too. Like, I think a lot of people forget that you can modify it once you buy it.
Yes, a lot of people are just like, you know, right, and that's like an interesting angle for a YouTube channel to be like, also check out these modifications. You know, like, if you're interested, check these out, which I think is cool.
I see the comment, when you get budget mods, you get what you pay for. Ultimately, I don't care if it costs me $10 or it costs me, like Demo's got that one piece up there. He said he got it on sale for next to nothing. I don't care if it costs me $10 or it costs me $100, or in the Fenway 26650 coming. That's a $2,000 mod, you know, and it'll be here tomorrow, you know. But it doesn't make any shit to me, because I probably will still grab this $80 arc mod before I ever reach to grab it. This thing has been put through the ringer, and people, man, I don't like this. Man, this damn mod, I have carried it everywhere with me. It has been beat up and back, and it is still kicking. So, ultimately, the end goal is just to get people off stinkies. I don't care if it's a $20 pod system you're on. If you're not smoking a cigarette, you have won in my book. So,
yeah. Oh, people are talking in chat about the Squid Industries double barrel. This is the Squid Industries double barrel with the flux tank up top. Great tank. And actually, I do feel like this would be really good with round wire. It's got a very restrictive hit, very smooth. It's got a little tiny velocity style deck in there. And you could just do a little round wire build, boop, stick it right in there. Be perfect.
See, now I have a question for you gentlemen. If it's too prying or you don't want to answer, please let me know. But
nothing's off limits with me, Ken.
Well, I mean, so acquiring hardware. Okay.
Yeah.
At one time, it seemed that almost every reviewer would start getting hardware around 1,000 subscribers being sent to them. At least that was the idea, or the things floating around the Reddits and everything else.
I think that's early, honestly. Like
yeah.
You have to get lucky and go to shows, you know, like, otherwise, like, if you're just establishing a presence and you're not actually meeting people in person, it takes longer, you know?
Yep. I mean,
was that the question?
Sorry.
Well, no, it's okay. It's just like, you know, a lot of people seem to forget that when we're talking about these type of things, we still got to buy a lot of them too.
Oh yeah.
And it's expensive. Like myself, I got lucky enough to get a sponsorship early on from my local vape shop. So I have a deal with them where they lend me the device or the atomizer to try out for a month, review, then I give it back to them and they use that as their display model. There's no exchange of money or anything else like that, but that's a good way to go ahead and get the hardware. I guess my thing is like, you know, do you have any other suggestions for anybody else out there who is looking or struggling with their channel?
Oh, I do. Yes, I do. Right now, I am mod shy. I don't have very many mods with me because everything that I did have, I give to the pay it forward army to put in the hands of people that could not afford mods or come on hard times, because everybody comes upon a hard time. I don't care who you are. You're going to have hard times. You know, I make excess about $2,200 a week, and I still have hard times. That's just the truth of the matter. The more you make, the more it takes.
Right.
So review what you have. You know, because what you have, somebody else could be going to a shop to buy what you have in your hand. And the last review that was done on it was done a year ago when it came out. and a lot of things have changed. Something else has come to be, or, you know, they may have refined something and nobody got the version 2 and did a review on the version 2. As far as receiving hardware and getting in, kind of, it's always been like kind of like a cult like thing, you know what I mean, like the skull and crossbones type membership. And once you're in, you know, and there's secrets that you can't reveal and things you can't do. I said, fuck all that. I'm gonna do what I want to do, when I want to do it, how I want to do it. If you don't like it, tough shit, because I'll go buy it and then I'll tell people the truth about it, so they don't have to go waste their fucking money on it and be stuck with something they don't like. You know, I've been afforded an opportunity and blessed in that matter. It's no secret. The Arc Mod, dude, I've bought like 7 of these fucking things and given them all away. I got 1 left because I like it that damn much. I will go buy another one tomorrow. I'll go buy another one the day after. I'll continue. The Dead Rabbit. You said you don't like it, but to me personally, I love the Dead Rabbit. I've bought 1, 2, hell, there's 2 boxes right there of ones that haven't even been cracked open yet because I like the Dead Rabbit. So I normally pair the Dead Rabbit on top of an Arc and give it to somebody. Just stay persistent, stay relevant in the industry, you know, and the relationships have to be built up over many, many, many years. People say, man, you got 2,000 subs. How the hell you get all this shit? Yes, but I've been in this industry for 8+ years. You know, I was one of the OG vapors way back when. I love this industry. It's something I'm very passionate about. You know, me and Nick Bissett, we talked about it one time on the VapeStew as to how long we've been vaping. And me and him were 2 like the OG vapors. We've been around for a long time. He just chose to get off into YouTube long before I did. You know, and I had a different mindset and goal when I got into vaping and became passionate about it. I wanted to develop and design and redefine and, you know, advise, consult to many companies. And I was able to do that for a few companies, but it didn't come easy. I do have a one-up by having one of my very best friends, practically my neighbor, can throw a tennis ball and hit his house, vaping with Twisted 420, 300,000 subscribers. So, I mean, I do have a one-up there to kind of get the insight to how things go. But that relationship with him was not built on not knowing this industry. I was a vapor before I met him, and I'll be a vapor if tomorrow he moved on and went somewhere else and decided to do something else. I'd still be vaping. I'd still have the same passion I have for it then that I did when I started.
Good.
That's my advice. Just review what you got. It doesn't matter what it is. If you experience something with it, people need to know your experience, regardless of how valuable you think that may be to somebody or invaluable you may think that is to somebody. Share your experiences. I don't care if it's on a forum, in a Facebook group, wherever it's at. Share your experiences with the devices you have on hand. Do not go broke trying to buy and keep up with the big guys. It won't happen.
Oh, no, definitely not.
You will be spending your mortgage on products.
Yeah, no, I feel you on that because I have done that occasionally. Some months have been like that where I've just been like, buy it now, buy it now, buy it now, and I'm just like swipe, 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 and then I look at my bank account at the end of the month and I'm like, oh, like fuck, you know, like I did a bad thing. There's a lot of talk right now in the comments about mechs and about new people, like when to get a mech, when whether you should or shouldn't get a mech and all this kind of stuff. I definitely do want to address that real quick because mech mods are a hobbyist item, right? They're something that you should not even think about until you're like, all right, I'm ready for a mech. You know what I mean? Like if someone else is like, oh, or someone rather. So if someone else is like, oh yeah, get a mech, like, like this is how you do it, and like tries to explain it to you, but you're like, I don't know, like, no, like get a mech when you're ready for it, right? Like get a mech when you're ready for it. Like it's not hard to learn Ohm's law, but there is a lot to consider.
I will tell you my personal opinion on mech versus regulated. Do not buy a mech if you have not bought an ohm meter. If you do not own an ohm meter, you have no business buying a mech.
Well, okay, so I have also a slightly different opinion on that. Now, an ohm meter, there's a lot of really terrible ohm meters out there. Realize, like, I have a USA ohm meter, which is like it reads down to the, what is it? Not the 100th, but like the 1,000th of an ohm. Yes. And, like that's legit, but they don't make ohm meters anymore. But there are some chips now that I feel are accurate enough, and I've done a lot of research on this, to imitate or to be as good or better than an ohm meter, right? One would be the DNA. If you have a DNA board, then certainly you don't need an ohm meter because that shit's calibrated. Like, or you can calibrate it yourself. I did with a little copper. Let's see, I actually have it right here. A little copper short pin. And this little guy right here, you stick this in the 510 pin of your DNA, and you go into analyzer, and you can like compensate for internal resistance and stuff. It's pretty sweet. Anyway, that, and I think the gene chip as well is also fairly accurate. So
at the very least, the more affordable coil master testers and so forth, at least go ahead and buy one of those before you jump off and buy a mech.
Yeah, it's better than nothing.
The
Definitely.
risk factor involved in that is way up here. If you blow the teeth out of your mouth because you built something too damn low and blew up a battery, that is negative publicity that this industry cannot afford to have over you deciding, well, hey, I want to get a mech mod today because I want to be cool like the guy down the road. Well, when the guy down the road goes to get his dentures, you can line up with him and get you a set too.
And it's also your own safety. I mean, Jesus, like, you know, like definitely the industry concerns for sure, but like it is not safe if you don't know what you're doing. You must know what you're doing.
Go ahead. What you got there, Keith?
No, that's all. I was just Ken's got something.
This is a good example about knowing Ohm's law and knowing what to do. This I was building on top of the Sigeli Chaos, and the chip was reading it at a 0.10, which was supposedly safe according to the manual. So there I am. I'm strumming. I'm pinching, trying to get it, all even. And then all of a sudden, the battery started venting. And I'm going, okay, I don't know what's going on, but I throw it out, and this happens. So what you were saying, Demo, as far as trusted chips go, I tend to agree with you on that. My gene chip works just fine. As far as builds go, I find it to be the most reliable. I also have a DNA chip as well, and they do both read pretty much spot on within a 0.01 variance of each other.
Yeah, and that's honestly like obviously DNA mods are expensive, but DNA mods actually do read to the thousandth of an ohm. They just don't show it to you, right? So there is a 1,000th ohm fidelity with that. So that's why I'm really confident in DNA mods anyway. I have a huge one that I use just for building. Like literally, like I use it around the house sometimes, but it's too big to bring it out with me, so it's like my build station, right? But yes, a good ohm reader, get what you can. It's better than nothing. But just wait until you're ready. One day you might just go, you know what? I want a tube. And then you can go online. Now that you want that tube, and you're like, I can learn this, then that's when you get to like actually like feel comfortable with it. Because the first time I used a mech, I was like, I don't know what I'm doing, and I was super terrified of it. But
I'm looking for something right now because I got it right here.
Like that's generally where you hear all the horror stories from too, is people who don't know how to use mechs, who don't know Ohm's laws and blowing themselves up, or a friend of theirs hands it to them, says, "Here, try this," and they hit it for too long.
Well, yeah, you shouldn't have a build in there that you can hit it for too long. You know what I mean? Like that's the basic thing. Like this is the reason why I don't really build tubes very often. I'm not a tube guy. I like parallel boxes because I build pretty low. Like I build, 0.09 to 0.11 is my range. What do we got here?
I went and dug this out. You can see the bag, how nasty it is. I had to literally dig this out the other day because I was curious about it. It's nasty because I don't use it. And inside this bag, I have an OG Manhattan.
Ooh.
And a Paragon V3. Those are the only two mechs that I even own, but neither of which I use. My personal opinion, if tube mods fell off and never came back, I would be 100% A-okay with that. Because even in today's time, like you said the other day, at Showcase, somebody had something vent, or ECC, somebody had something vent and blow up. And I don't know who it was that had it, what they built, they had on it, whatever it may be, but the liability factor is so great. I'd much rather never see another tube mod ever out again than have any kind of negative publicity to this industry.
It's a strong
statement. To me, it's more important to have thousands of people's lives in which we can save, as opposed to some guy that says, "Oh yeah, I can blow the biggest damn cloud with this damn thing right here." And why? You can do the same with the regulated device.
You can, but you know what? Here's the thing. This is where my builder side comes in. As a builder, I feel like more of an artist when I'm building for a mech mod, right? Because I feel like have to be a little bit more creative to like be like, okay, I like this coil, but I want a little less ramp up time. So okay, so I'm going to make my wrap wire a smaller gauge, right? And then I'm like, I don't know about this. I think the resistance is too high. I'm going to add another piece of ribbon, right? Like you start tweaking like that, and that's when vaping becomes really interesting to me. Now that said, I do believe that mech mods are going to be the first to go once heavy regulation hits. You know, look, here's the thing, guys. Realize that if we get our wish, and that you know, like there will still be regulation, even if the FDA thing kind of goes away. Like there will be some form of regulation somewhere to like protect us as consumers, right? It'll happen. So, you know, realize that it's not long for the world. The mechs are not going to last forever, right? But that said, I still enjoy building. That's why I build parallel, honestly. I like low builds, and I feel nice and safe. As long as I keep my battery wraps in good shape, you know, I know my resistances. I feel perfectly safe with this. But tubes sometimes scare me a little bit because I like to vape lower. So,
and I totally agree with the artistic side of it, and I can respect it to a small point, but also to a point to say where the potential of saving thousands of lives by converting them to vaping is far more important than an Instagram shot for a really cool.
Oh, I agree with that. Completely agree with that.
And again, guys, I'm not the most liked individual in the world. It's known that. But again, I really don't give a flip because I'm passionate about this industry. I love the community more than the industry.
But realize this too, that for some people, the satisfaction you get from that Instagram coil, from making coils like that, and from that mech mod experience is one of the things that keeps them off of cigarettes, right? So for me, I mean, I was kind of into vaping, but I was quitting, but I was like, well, you know, whatever. Like, I'll just do this for a while, and I didn't really have a plan. And then once I started learning about coil building, I was like, whoa, like, hold on, this is really cool. And then I like started getting into that, and then that's what like hooked me into it. And then I was launched in. So, you know, like I do agree though. I think that ultimately our goal needs to be save the lives, save the smokers, you know, like if they want it, you know, like be available and stuff like that. But
I'd like to throw something out here.
Yeah, you can go
if I may.
Man. Yes, absolutely.
So
anytime, man, you just chime in.
Oh yeah. I just like being polite. Yes. I have courtesies.
Of course, Brian. Of course, Brian. All right,
go ahead. God, shut Stewie up. Anyway. So my question for anybody who's asking or talking about a mech mod is why? Why do you want it? That's always my first question is why do you want it? If they want it because of the sleek design and because it looks fun, that's when I kind of start asking more questions, you know, like, well, what do you know about Ohm's law? What's your builds? And I always steer them towards something else first, which is, and this is not a paid thing or anything, but it's this right here. It's the God of God battery mod from Smokejoy. It looks, for all intents and purposes, it looks kind of like a mech. Has the same tubular body, has the firing switch on the bottom, just like it, and it's safe to go down to a 0.15 build. And it's rechargeable. Goes from 4.2 volts down to 3.3. It's simple, easy to use. If you want to have something that just looks like a mech because you like the looks of it, that's an alternative you can do while still have a good build.
Right, totally. Another alternative as well is to find a mod that does bypass mode. You know, like be very careful, make sure that you know whether it's series or parallel bypass before you do anything with that. But you know, you can also get you can get that kind of vape, sort of. The reality though is that the chip is still producing that vape, right? And so I don't believe what people say when people are like, oh, I can get the same vape I can get on a mech on my regulated mod. Not really. Like the way that the battery sags and comes back up during your hit is different. You know, there's a certain personality to the way that a mech mod vapes, in my opinion, anyway. It's kind of like a manual transmission on a car. I always make that analogy. It's like, yeah, you could ask the same question. Why? Like, why do you need a manual? Like automatics are better. They're more fuel efficient now. Like you can get 8 gears, 9 gears, you know, like why would you ever want a manual? Well, some people want that connection, right? Even though that it's not better technically, it's what that's what that person wants, right? And so I don't know. For me, that's what mech life is all about, you know, like that sort of artistry. But again, it is less important than helping people quit smoking. So
this thing here is a mech.
Yeah.
I would love it 10 times as much if it had a damn MOSFET in it.
Really? Now okay. Now that's interesting to me because I feel like a mech is equally as safe as a unregulated in the way that, like, you know, like, I don't know. I mean, like, I've never had a mech fail on me like that. I've had an unregulated blow a MOSFET before, and that sucks because then your shit starts auto firing. But you know, the mech I feel like is safer almost. Like correct me if I'm wrong, but like I don't feel like I don't know. Like, can you elaborate on that?
When a MOSFET tip blows, you're gonna know it. It's gonna indicate something that something is wrong. You're gonna know immediately that something is wrong.
Sure.
Versus with this, you can go boom that damn quick.
Yeah, I just feel like it at the end of the day,
it's a barrier. It's like the speed barrier they put in the NASCAR tracks now. You know, can you still have a wreck that'll kill you? Absolutely. But there's that buffer and that barrier that dampens just a little bit to let you know shit's about to get real.
Okay, well, yeah. I mean, like if you're talking about like in a overdraw situation or something like that, then I guess I understand that. But like, I don't know. I've always felt that it was like if you practice proper battery safety, that it's one more thing that could just break. You know,
that one more thing breaking before it goes kaboom is the few seconds you may need to say, shit, I need to get this battery out, or shit, I need to chunk this damn mod.
Right. I guess
before it releases your whole damn hand and fingers and teeth and everything else that go with it. You know,
I guess my point is that when I use the mech, I am safe with it to the point of if it were to have a malfunction, I would literally have no idea why. Like it would be one of those things that would be a freak accident. You know what I mean? But that's
it would be one of them scary times too that you could possibly lose your damn fingers and your hands and your teeth and everything else. You know, to me the gamble's not that, the payoff ain't that damn great.
I mean,
again, that's different opinions.
Right, exactly. Risk tolerance differences. I mean, like, you know, for me, that's, I don't know. I feel the same about driving. Like, why would you go drive anywhere? It's insanely risky, right? But, you know, there are things that nothing is without risk, and I find that risk acceptable for me. So I guess that's what it really boils down to is, do you find the risk acceptable? Because there is more risk with a mech. Like just
yes, and somebody says it only protects the switch with the MOSFET. You're 100% right. It does. I'm not going to sit there and deny that at all. But it's that buffer between it. The minute that thing goes bad, you know something is wrong. Because I popped a MOSFET and I knew immediately when something went wrong. Versus with this, there's nothing to say it's going to protect anything. Would you rather protect the switch and indicate that something is wrong versus protect nothing at all? I'm on the side that says, hey, let's protect the switch. Give me just that little bit of time to say, okay, something may be wrong. And versus not having anything protected at all.
Yeah, I'm going to say this another way. I think mech mods, and this is probably not going to be a very popular opinion, but I think mech mods are more towards the responsible adults as far as that goes.
Yeah, someone said, you know, Patrick in the chat just said, that's the key, Demo. You would be safe. You know, look at this up and coming generation, though, right? Like
they eat Tide Pods and shit.
Right. I mean, like, it is true. Like, do I think that my desire for a mech mod is more important than the general safety of the public? No, definitely not. Like, if the law stepped in and was like, all right, no more mech mods, I'd be like, well, that sucks, but okay. Like, I understand why. I'm glad that I have them now. You know, like I'm glad that I got in, you know, when they were legal, I suppose, you know, like in that situation. But, you know, yeah, like I'm fine with that.
I have a Dreamer mech that I actually just picked up today. That's my first true mech. The other two that I would kind of call mech before would be the Pulse BF as well as the Nudge box. Those both have safeties built in. Not definite safeties, but they're still safety.
Right.
With this one here, you know, with the mechs, you want to also build towards the batteries. I'll give you also a perfect example of, you know, a couple of days ago, I'm at my local vape shop. This kid comes in with the Wismec Machina.
The RX Machina, yeah.
Yeah. And he's saying, well, my battery's just not hitting hard with this build. What's going on? And the shop owners, they trust me and I help them out. So I just have them first pull the top off. We take a look at the build. We put it onto a regulated. It's a 0.38. He's running a single coil on 0.38 with an 18650 battery. He pulls the battery out, and that battery is torn to shit, and the positive post itself is dented inward.
Yeah.
I'm looking at another shop sold him that because all they care about is the money, instead of safety.
Right. And that's super sad. Like I absolutely have nothing but ire for shops that sell people mech mods that don't know what they're doing. You know, like the shop that I go to I don't even think really sells any mech mods, but like the reality is I've been at shops that did sell mech mods that have actually quizzed the person if they didn't know them, was like, well, do you understand how to use this? Like, you know, like explain to me how this works, right? Like otherwise I can't sell it to you because it's an advanced device. So
I like that.
Gentlemen,
right.
I enjoyed being here with both of you guys tonight, but I do have to get to bed. My wife is having real bad sciatic nerve problems, and I'm going to go in there and tend to her and pacify her and baby her the very best that I can.
Absolutely,
do my
man.
duties as a responsible husband. So, again, thank you, Demo, for having me. Ken, it is a pleasure to meet you, brother.
You as well.
In the future, I'm going to go find your Instagram right now and give you a follow. Same with your YouTube, give you a sub. And just look having you back on sometime. Maybe have you on the stew as well.
I'd love to do that.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So, Mr. Just Right One, checking in and checking out at the same damn time. Y'all stay blessed. I absolutely love y'all. Remember, if nobody's told you yet, or if any given point in time, yesterday, today, or tomorrow, you feel like you're not a somebody, know that you are a somebody in somebody's eyes, and that somebody is me. Absolutely love y'all. Checking out.
Peace out, man.
See you later. That's a beautiful
house. Indeed, yes. He's got that real smooth, nice and like it's better than my boy, you know. Like, that one gets a laugh though. I think you know, like I don't know about you, but I'm still good to roll. You know, I know we're getting, you know, like sort of late, but like I'm still good to go. Jared the Vaping Goat just got a hold of me. He might pop on real quick.
Oh yeah, let's get Jared in here. He's a wonderful
Jared,
man.
Of course. Oh yeah, we love Jared here. Oh, we got the $1 rolling in. So that was from the last stream that we were just on. Someone was like, just everybody type in chat $1 when Demo says boy. That one doesn't count. Say it the right way. I don't know. It was random. So, anyways, that's what that means. Okay.
Yeah,
so let me,
it's only 11:18 for me, so I'm good to go.
Yeah. See, it's 1:18 for me, but that's fine. I stay up late. Let's see here. Email. Good sir. Shoot me your email, and I will shoot you the link.
Jared, do it. Do it, Jared.
Do it, Jared. All right, there it is.
I'll give him a little ASMR. Just do it, Jared.
Just do it, Jared.
Jared, you know you want to just click the link. Just accept the call.
Well, I've got my my nice mechanical keyboard here. All right, Jared. Do Olaf? Which Olaf? What Olaf do you want me to do? Because I'm not doing the frozen Olaf. Let me tell you what. Let me tell you right now, that's not happening.
There's so much dirty going on there, I can't even express it.
Oh, why not, Jared?
Boy!
Bye. Yeah, no, I'm not doing the Frozen. Sorry.
What are you crazy fuckers up to?
Dude, you know what we're doing. I've got a big old bottle of tequila right here. I'm just nursing this.
Oh, I ain't mad at you. Drink a few extra for me.
I will.
I'm just having a good time.
Sifu just says,
Hi,
"Are your
chat.
battery?" Hello, chat. Sifu just says, "Are your battery wraps in good shape for that mechanical keyboard?"
Negative.
Yeah, is that an unregulated keyboard?
It is mechanical, in fact. See, as you can hear by these buttons,
I
sound like I'm in like
an
1980s.
unregulated ear.
I feel like I'm in like a 1980s like tech movie where they're like, I have to defuse the bomb.
Oh, Hacker Man.
You know?
Oh, Jesus. Sorry about my delayed entrance, fellas. I had some home fun going on, so.
Oh, good times. I hope it wasn't
Some good guy.
It's been a rough week, man. It's been a really rough week. I'm in the middle of changing over my table cam to an actual camcorder. So I'm trying to get my bracketing set up.
Good times.
Oh, loads of fun, man.
Loads of fun. It's ill as boobs.
Mama go, hashtag mama.
Ill as breasts.
Oh my God.
Oh,
I was so sick last weekend. I couldn't do anything. I just lay around my house.
Me too, man. I got the consars, as they call it, like the convention sickness, dude. Like I got so sick.
Oh man, yeah. Well, yeah, they were hitting me up to do salves last weekend, and I was like, "Oh my God, I feel like I'm dying." Every time I talked, I was like, "Hi, how are you?" It was terrible.
Someone says unregulated tequila because I'm just drinking tequila. Yes, this is unregulated tequila. This is
man. I tell you what. Over the last 2 weeks, my subscribers have been really awesome to me. I've had 2 mods bought for me now. One of them is going to be like 15, 20 days. But it's the VapeSig creator. I am 200. I also had another one buy me the top one, which was like my eyesight is really screwed up when I get really bad vertigo, so I can't see anything. Yeah. So I got to tell you, let me get to it here real quick because this is just ridiculous.
Is that the Sigelli mod?
Yeah. Look at the freaking font on that.
Oh, dude, I hate that mod. It's so stupid. Sigelli is at an all-time low, dude. They're producing just shit right now.
They are grasping at straws in the worst ways.
Oh my God! Like they used to put out such good mods. Like and now it's just crap, dude.
Yeah, honest to God, I think the 213 was the closest thing to their last good. The chaos just kind of like scares the hell out of me. Yeah,
dude. I don't even know, man.
I had a chaos. I sold the chaos. I got it to review it and was like, nope, I don't need that no more.
Doesn't even have any battery venting.
Yeah. It's been loads of fun.
Loads of fun.
Well, I tell you, I have been playing around. I just finished reviewing the Vape V200, the little Honda motor. And then I got done reviewing the top one, obviously, and I just shot the review tonight for the VLS. I got to tell you, I like that little bastard. Oh,
I see you have it on top of your favorite mod too.
Yeah, that's just because I have better drippers on better devices. So,
right, exactly.
Oh man,
let's see here. I've decided I might change my mind in what I send you to review because I was gonna send you some stuff and then I haven't done it. I've been so fucking busy, so I apologize. I will get that out this week.
Fine.
I'll get that out this next week. But I might send you like a package of weird vape stuff instead, like the
I'm okay with weird,
like the Bushido 2 pure flavor. Like it's this like very weird bottom airflow RDA that goes in and then up and then out and then hits your coils from the backside. There's this like mushroom dome top cap thing that's like waterfalls your juice onto your coils, but if you don't build it right, it leaks into your airflows, and it's like it's kind of a mess.
You love me. You love me.
see, because I know you're gonna vape it, and you're just gonna go, what? Like you're just gonna be like, what? You know, like this is, and then you vape it, and it's like this turbulent mess. You know, it's just like this, like, like this, like just awful.
Honest to God, it worked out that you haven't sent me anything yet because I ended up nailing that Cosmonaut for an Aspire Cleto 120.
Oh yeah, that's a good trick.
Figured that way. Yeah, seriously. All it had was bubble glass. I gave the guy 3 coils total plus a resin drip tip and the original drip tip and the original box, and he traded me the authentic. Was like, yeah, okay.
Okay, yeah, sure.
I even asked him, I was like, are you sure about this? And he goes, yeah, dripping just ain't for me. I hate it. Okay.
Okay. What do you think of it then?
Oh, I fucking love it.
How do you have it built? Let me see your build.
You're gonna have me pop my top.
I'm gonna have you pop your top.
I actually do the side. I do the I'm doing the side wicking.
Okay. See, I did mine center, like literally I would just drop my coils in and they sat right in the center, like right next to each other. And I know that shouldn't work, right? That shouldn't work, but it totally does. It's like, it's so good.
Yeah, well, honestly, I've done it with them sitting straight in. I've done them with them sitting straight out. And then I also did the single coil build in it.
Single coil I don't think works very well because it's like just not enough metal.
Yeah, it's okay. I think it's honestly entirely too much airflow for single. But doing straight up and down, the reason that I found that it works is because it's basically giving you bottom airflow instead of side airflow.
Right.
You know, and yeah, it's really good flavor like that. But I found just bumping those damn coils all the way out to the airflow, it's just so robust.
You know, now you got me looking at my build.
Word.
Yeah, I talked him into buying one. He found an authentic. What was the price you got that thing for? Like $20?
Yeah.
20. He found a shop that was his local shop had like an overload and excess that they weren't able to get rid of, so they sold him one for $20.
Dude, that's such a good deal.
They're still $20.
Yeah,
they got like 5 of them.
Damn, that's awesome. I'm rocking the recoil, the original recoil tonight.
Oh,
it's good.
I think you like that more than the Rebel.
So much more than the Rebel, dude. I think it's so much better, dude. It's just got such a great, smooth airflow and just such a nice flavor. Like I don't know, man. It's just I like the Rebel now because I've used another one that wasn't awful like my first one for some reason. But yeah, no, this I rebuilt this and I'm so glad that I did. I built it specifically for the Hexa. 0.21 27 gauge with 40 gauge wrap, fuse Clapton, nichrome, 7-rat, 3mm. That came out to 0.21, and that's like perfect for a Hexo.
No doubt. Yeah, look at this. One of my subscribers won 2 drip tips. They were for Mod Fathers. And he was like, you're the only other person that I know that has one. And it's like total custom job. It was done for him. He had I forget, his other one was like some kind of speckled marble, and then this was just like the basic marble. And he was like, hey, you want this? I was like, yeah, sure. So he sent it to me. Damn good quality work, though, I gotta admit.
Yeah, I think my favorite out of all the rebuildables that I've used and that I have so far still has to be the drop.
I like the drop. Actually, I found an entirely new love for the drop with menthol. Surprisingly, it's so punctual. Oh my God. Especially when you shut the top row off and you go for more of a bottom airflow.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Dude, it's the drop.
Yes, they're the drop.
Dude, the drop is so good. It is yeah, I don't know. Just close that top row off. That's my favorite. Top row closed, the rest open, the other 6 open or whatever. Yeah, dude, that's how I rock mine. Dude, it's so good. I like it.
Yeah, that's how I have mine set right there. Complete top shut off. I'm running a energy drink menthol in it. Sounds strange, but it's actually really good.
Sounds disgusting. You gotta be honest.
Hey, honest to God, it's from the Sauce LA. It's 1922. I honestly, I thought I was gonna hate it, and it's actually really good.
So it doesn't give you actual caffeine energy when you're vaping, or is it just like a flavor of a Rockstar or Monster?
It's kind of like the flavor of a Red Bull.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's kind of like that weird bubblegum fruit kind of flavor. That I don't know, Red Bull-ish.
Oh yeah, no, I feel you. Like there is a weird sort of bubblegum taste sometimes to energy drinks where I'm always like what the fuck?
Yeah, like Monster just tastes like carbonated cough syrup, but Red Bull kind of has that weird bubblegum cough syrup.
And more so like Rockstar. I feel like Rockstar has a lot of bubblegum kind of flavor to it, and it's like very like
I like the Rockstar punched. It's like a high C on crack.
Yeah, okay. So that is so like I feel you. The Monster that I drink is the Monster Rehab, like the juice ones where it's like lemonade Monster and like pink lemonade Monster, raspberry lemonade Monster, and stuff like that. Like I like those. Those are good.
Oh, that's a good question. Absolute Negative Zero says Cosmot versus the Drop.
Oh, drop.
I'm torn. It really depends on the profile. It really does. The Cosmonaut seems to really, really like rich flavors, and the Drop seems to like really crisp flavors.
See, for me, it all boils down to the fact that for the Cosmonaut, I like it, but it's starting to age a little bit because the posts are really far apart. You need really big coils to make that work, or you need to like pull them really far out or whatever. Like it's kind of tough to build it if you have smaller coils because you have to like bend the leads outward.
Yeah,
it's easier if you have bigger, longer 6-wrap frame staples and stuff like that, like real long coils. The problem with that for me is that I don't like how the Cosmonaut ruins my leads. Like that lead twisting that you get, dude, they're nice and flat, comes in there, makes good contact. It's much easier to build the Drop. I find the airflow a little smoother on the Drop. I find the flavor better. That said, still like my Cosmonaut. I still like it. Like it's a good vape. Like I don't like the O-ring, the single O-ring on the bottom. Bothers me a lot.
Yeah, if you I find that if you're really like just vaping on that thing heavily, the juice gets a little thin when you drop it in there and just kind of leaks right past that one O-ring.
I've never had that problem actually. I've had the problem though is that like in my pocket, like where I've gone, my hand will pop off the top and I'll be like, oh shit, and I'll have to like, pull 2 pieces out of my pocket and whatnot. And it's just a pain in the ass.
Well, I saw you had the pocket leak at ECC.
Oh, right. Yeah. That was because I have a habit of dripping and vaping and vaping and then dripping and then vaping and vaping and then like just continually dripping where it's like, I don't know why that is. It's a thing. It's a real thing. Like I saw Grim Green talk about it on a vlog one time. He was like, oh yeah, I just keep dripping and dripping and talking and dripping and like I never vape. And I was like, oh, that's funny. And then I started going to vape conventions and that's exactly what I do. And I don't know why that is. And it's just, I just leak at vape conventions. It's funny.
Caught up in the moment.
Right. Someone asks 3mm coils in the recoil, Demo. Let's see here. That's Freddie B. Sorry. The answer is yes, but not always. It depends on how like big the outside of the coil is, right? Like if it's a thick wire, right? If it's a really thick wire, but then definitely 2.5. But you can get away with 3. Takes up a lot of space.
I run simple, usually like single core Claptons. So as you said there, 3mm would be nice for that.
Yeah, 3mm is nice for that. I find that when I run like big Fralians or something like that in the recoil, I have to go down to 2.5 because it's just too thick. The wire, the outside diameter, right? The girth of the coil, so to speak, is too girthy.
Can't handle the girth.
Can't handle the girth. That's what's nice about the Recoil Rebel is you can pop like 4mm coils in there, no problem.
Yeah. You know what I like about the D Pro is you can actually pop a single 6mm coil in there. No problem.
Right.
I did that.
You're that guy.
I am that guy.
Oh man,
It was almost like running a mesh, just tufts of cotton. It was just, it was crazy.
That's so funny. Let's see here. Demo Vapes. Probably because you forgot that you dripped recently due to all the con activity, that or you subconsciously fear a dry hit that much. I do fear dry hits, dude. They suck. I hate them. I still get them from time to time. Dude, oh no, like it's just like you take a hit and then as you like get to the end of the hit, you're like, uh-oh, and then you just breathe out like hot cotton and metal, and it's just this like
What cotton do you use?
I use Kogendo.
Okay.
Just good old Japanese pads, man. No need to go. I've never felt the need to go any fancier. I've tried cotton bacon. I've tried Kendo. I've tried native wicks. I've tried dude wick. I've tried CKS Cloud Kicker Society, like the pre-made wicks. I've tried quick wicks. I've tried all of these like random wicks, and I still always come back to Japanese cotton. I'm like, I don't find a benefit. Like Japanese cotton seems to do really nicely.
I found myself leaning to native wicks lately just because my wife bought it and wasn't going to use it. And so I figured might as well use it. And I like the absorption with it. It seems to work really good, especially in RTAs. Like the Modfather or the Aromizer Plus. I actually just wicked it in the Aromizer Plus, and I finally actually started getting really good flavor out of it.
Nice. Someone just mentioned Siquid, huh? I have some of their liquid right here. This is that crispy.
And you
crispy.
were that
guy. Well, I don't know. It's someone just said Siquid randomly, and I was like, "That's."
You're like, "Hey,
this. I have it. I have it. It's in front of me." Yeah, no, I don't know. It's like I've tried a few. I've tried all those different cottons, and it's just like, well, like at the end of the day, the reality is even if those are just a tiny bit better, is it really worth that like extra day or two if you can buy a bag of 90 pads for like $8 on Amazon and it lasts you for like 9 months? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like it's like that's so cheap, and it's just so I don't know. I like the vape I get off of Japanese organic, and it's nice and cheap.
Yeah, the cost effectiveness, especially once you get into the reviewing side of it. Oh yeah. Yeah, because as much cotton as we tend to go through on all the different builds and everything we do, oh my God.
I'm rewicking something every day. I rewick at least one thing every day, if not two things.
Yeah, this week alone, I think I've wicked 7 different devices.
Yep.
Yeah, 3. But the reason why I asked is because you say you hate that dry hit. So I just want to know, because if you've tried the Kendo, for me, I've noticed with Kendo Gold and you really kind of get a different flavor first before you get that dry hit.
Oh no, I do too. You do too on the Japanese organic, but you just are not paying attention. That's the reality is just when I'm not paying attention, it's just like and all of a sudden I'm like, and it's just this like horrifying hit. It's so amazing that it like is like one hit's fine, and then the next hit's like this awful, terrible
It's the
thing.
best taste in the world.
Yeah, right.
Someone
says, oh, sorry.
No. Go ahead.
Okay.
42 pounds of Engo Rabbit. Jesus.
Oh God, no. Let's see here. I want to try a set of demo coils, says Dustin Vapor. Very sorry, I do not sell coils. But that said, I'm going to start doing some coil giveaways because I feel like they're a good way for me to give away stuff and not like have to like get a bunch of mods and stuff. You know what I mean? Like I want to give those things away too, trust me, but it's expensive to buy extras to give away, right? So if I get an extra from a company, then definitely that's being given away for sure. But I've got a coil giveaway going on right now, and that it's not going on right now. I'm fulfilling the coil giveaway that went on in the past right now. But when that's done, those orders are going out tomorrow. And then,
what the hell was that?
It was that tail end of a dry hit.
We just talked about this. How did this happen?
I'm still getting used to the 502 and how it works.
Oh, dude, man, I don't know about that 502.
I've been using it for 2 days. This was lent to me by a subscriber, for just to try out and to review, and it's really, really good for flavor. and for the higher ohm builds, like a 0.38 or above, really. So if that's your vaping style, it's really nice, but anything lower than that, then it gets really warm.
Its predecessor.
Oh, the 454?
454
Yes, sir. Yeah, picked up an authentic for $15.
Dude, yeah, well, it's because it's like at this point they're just like trying to get rid of them. They're like, we need to get these gone.
Yeah.
Didn't you build it with 4 coils?
Yes, I did. Yeah, I did a quad coil point. It initially ohmed out at 0.08, finally settled at a 0.12. The flavor was off the chain on the damn thing, but I got to tell you what, the barrel of that son of a bitch in a quad coil at that low of an ohm get hot. It was amazing flavor though.
Yeah, so I built mine, and I think it ohmed out to like 0.18 when I built mine, and I didn't have a problem with the heat. That wasn't what I was experiencing. It was I just didn't get a nice flavorful vape. Like that's ultimately what didn't happen for me, and so I need to rebuild it because I have a few other ideas. You know what I mean? So it's like one of those things where I'm like, well, I want to give it a fair shot, but I have to work with it a little bit more. So
yeah, I've put 9 builds in this thing, and the one thing that I found is that the wicking and the coil placement has to be spot on. If nothing else, I mean, it absolutely has to be perfect. Otherwise, the flavor is muted as shit. It really is.
Right, and that's
especially with the quad build, because all I did was 24 gauge 5-wrap microcoils. And honestly, because of that center post having such a small coil port in it anyway, it was, you can't really go big, go home with that thing. So I just figured go with something really simple. And the first setup that I put in there with those coils, man, I had the coils too low and then I put them too high. And it took probably five setups with wicking just to get it right.
Damn.
So
right. Someone said they want to. Right, it is finicky. Someone says they want to try Crispy's e-liquid, dude. Crispy's is the bomb, man. Let me tell you though, is it a coil killer? Yes, it is. This is a juice that you get. Like I vaped it all day, and by the end of the day, I was like, I need to change my wicks. Like, like I was like, uh-oh.
I'm telling you what, I found my new crack with a fairly new company, 7-Star e-juice. They're sugar flakes, and it's not a coil killer, surprisingly.
Sugar flakes.
Yeah, it's frosted flakes and milk.
Interesting. Okay.
It is good. Shit, they're $18 for a 120.
Would you say it's great?
Actually, that's what they say in their description. That was what cracked me the hell up. It says it's great.
They're great.
They're great.
Actually, here, let's see if the camera will want to pick this up, because if it does, you guys are gonna love this name.
You gotta bring it back just a little bit.
Oh, there it is.
Smurf cunt.
Smurf cunt.
Oh boy.
It's blueberry cheesecake with a graham cracker crust, a la mode. It's good.
Let's see here.
Yeah, they sent me 4 for review. They sent me ice cream sandwich, Boom, which is the rainbow bomb pop, the sugar flakes, and the Smurf cunt. And I'm impressed for how new they are. I went all fat boy with it. I was like,
So okay. So people are talking about cotton break-in in chat. And I don't know about you guys, but what I've experienced with cotton break-in is that regardless of the cotton you use, what you should do, as Brian Etris mentions here, is that as you're adding the e-liquid, like, you get the coils, actually, the coil part nice and juicy, and give it a little fire, and just like it sucks the e-liquid in, then you do the same thing over and over again, give it a little fire. You can honestly just do that over and over again, just on the coil, and the juice will make its way through your cotton.
Yep.
And there's no break-in time ever. Like I've never had there's been like once or twice where I've had an RDA or an RTA where I was like, oh, it's a little cottony, for a second. But like normally that doesn't happen because you just got to do that.
It's a little interesting to do with a vertical build, but it still works.
It's hard to do with a vertical build for sure. But yes, if you haven't tried that, do try that, because that definitely helps.
And Chris, it even works with kendo.
Interesting to do with a vertical build, you say? Interesting to do with a vertical build.
Do we have a loose
vertical build right here. Just a general paint, pulse. General paint, and pulse.
What is this?
Bang, baby. Oh, look at this thing. This is 75 watts on this VLS.
Ooh, that's pretty angry. That's pretty angry, man.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Well, I think in about 15 minutes I'm going to go ahead and kick off this stream and be done. So let's take some questions. Do you have any questions that you'd like to ask us?
What do you fine folks got?
Ooh, question time. I like question time. There's some questions.
Talking about?
This chair is starting to kill me.
General Paint is the cousin of Colonel Custard.
Right.
Yeah. Colonel Custard, yeah.
Yep. He's the one that kills the cows.
Yeah.
Kendo, don't suck up shit. You got to press it on your RDA floods. I tend to disagree. I think it also really just depends on how you wick with the Kendo. For me, I use Kendo Gold, and I'll do the Scottish roll on it first, and then I'll wick it through, and then I'll just be pulsing while dripping for probably a good 5-10 minutes.
Yeah.
Absolute -0. My channel is Jared the Vaping Goat.
Yeah, you guys, Jared, I don't know if you're a moderator, but I know Ken is. Yes. Go ahead and put your guys' links down there in chat.
Definitely give her a shot.
If Jared is not, just type something and then I can see, and then I can make you a moderator. Brian Etris has a question. Demo, what's up, boy? Well, I mean, I don't know. I've been sitting here for the last 6 hours, so I'm ready to go downstairs and watch Star Trek.
Ooh, which one?
So I'm rewatching The Next Generation right now for the third time probably, and me and my fiance are watching Voyager, and that's her first time watching any Star Trek at all. But it's I picked the right one. You know, I was like, I got to pick the right one. You know, like because otherwise she was not gonna like it. You know, like you got to pick the right one. Okay, let's see here. Clone Wars. What has been the worst clone anyone has had the displeasure of using? The answer: I have never used a clone, so I can't answer that question.
I think I'll leave that up to Jared because I've never used a clone either.
Lucid clone, hands down. Hands fucking down. I beat that thing to a pulp with a sledgehammer. I did that to the Reload 1.5 clone too, though.
Ooh, man, that's rough because the Reload 1.5 is so good.
Look, here's my issue, okay? The Reload 1.5 clone, the vape was excellent off of it. The actual build quality was okay, other than the insulator on it was so sloppy and crappy that every time you would drip into the damn thing, it would flood out and then dump juice into your mod.
Oh no, fuck that. Like that's dude, like the Reload 1.5 is so tight, like the insulator and the block is so tight that I can't even get it out. Like it's in there. Yeah. It's like it's in there. Like it's
this one was so shitty that I actually had to blow out almost 5 mils of juice out of my Funky 160.
Oh my god.
Ooh.
Yeah, it was like I would drip and I would vape like 3 times and it was dry again. I was like, what in the hell is going on with this thing? You know, I just put like 20 drops in this thing. And for like a day, I thought it was just like the cotton, it was just burning that good. And then I picked my Funky 160 up the next morning and there was a puddle underneath it. I was like, oh no. Shit.
Oh no.
Yeah, I did my review and then I took it out on my back porch and I beat the son of a bitch to death. Pissed me off.
Right. You're welcome, Brian. Anytime. Go enjoy the Netflix and the Lucky Charms. And we've got Don from Adore E-Liquid back. I don't know have you guys ever tried Adore E-Liquid?
Yeah. No, not at all.
Not at all. No.
No.
I want to so bad.
I mean, you know, no, not this is empty, but no.
Never.
It is my favorite e-liquid to date.
Right.
That is a statement,
Jared, you need to go try it. You no more delay. Next e-liquid you buy is Banana Bondage.
Yes.
The Banana Bondage, huh?
I didn't even mean to say that. I meant to say Adore e-liquid, but Banana Bondage just popped out of my mouth. So that would be the one.
There's just something about saying that, though, isn't there?
Right. You gotta. Yeah, that's it. Like that's it. Let's see here. Boop boop. Let's see. I'm looking for some more questions. They're here. I just gotta see. I gotta.
I don't have a clone, but the one tank that I hated using the most was the original Crown.
I never used
that
it.
thing leaked like a sieve.
I'm sure. Dust to Vapor, are you going to sell your Ferrari? Yes, that is in California being sold as we speak, actually. Netflix needs Star Trek? Dude, Brian Etris, Netflix is on Star Trek. Dude, God damn it. Star Trek is on Netflix, dude.
Make it so.
Watch mine. Make it so. Number one.
Number one, I want you to go take a number two.
Yeah. Let's see here. Adore. Let's see here. Any more questions? Demo for president? No, you don't want me as your president.
Ferraris for everyone.
Ferraris for everyone. I just, have to. I just have to make that clear. We're going to start making them in China.
Mexico's going to pay for them.
And Mexico's going to pay for them.
That was a great Trump impression. Wonderful, great, wonderful, tremendous, big leaf. I've never seen one much like it. Although I do mine better, but that's okay.
Of course, and I do mine better because I'm better than you because I'm Donald Trump.
Oh, well, you're fired.
You're fired.
You're fired. Fired. I just like hearing myself talk. Fired.
All right. Sorry. Banana bondage or sinful apple roll. I've actually never. No, I take that back. I have tried sinful apple roll at a show, but I've never actually owned that. But I like banana bondage. So
banana bondage is like a delicious-gasm.
It is pretty damn good. Hazy custard is good too. Custard de leche is pretty good.
Dark horse.
The peach colada I was not a huge fan of, but that's because peaches. Peaches have a weird taste to me sometimes. Depends on the peach flavor, and it's completely unique to me because peaches that other people are like, "That's so good." I'm like, "This tastes like armpits." Like literally, that's the flavor that I get. And it's completely unique to me, and I'm very sorry. And I'm not saying your juice is bad. Please.
Oh, that's great.
But it's just one of those things that, to my palate, I get weird armpits sometimes when I vape peaches.
As vapors, I swear to God, we give like the most insane descriptions ever for flavors, don't we?
It's the truth though, because they're all artificial. So,
oh yeah.
Well, I agree. Anything strawberry flavored for me, it just tastes like cough syrup.
Yeah. Well, see, strawberries. That's me with cherry liquid. Dude, cherry liquids are always like just makes me think of Dime Tap. Is it a Ferrari 480? Ferrari 488. Yes, it is a Ferrari 488.
Dime Tap. That's a good night drink there.
I just won 2 different sample packs from Puff Vapor and Boca Vapes, and I got chocolate in both of them because it's another one that I hunt for that I try to find. And funny enough, 2 completely separate companies, and they both taste like burnt chocolate. Absolutely. I mean, it's like you just like melt down chocolate chips and then burn it, and then you vape it.
There's only one good chocolate milk flavored liquid that I've tried, and it's called Golden Ticket.
Oh, see, everybody talks about that. I haven't tried that.
It's very, very accurate, but their strawberry milk that they have, it tastes like here's a good way to put it. As a kid, you ever set down a glass of milk, walk away for a couple hours, come back, you see skin on it, you get, screw it. Anyway, you take a sip of it because you're a kid, you don't know any better, and it's like the most vile, disgusting warm milk flavor ever.
But warm milk in general is just bad.
Yes. So
yeah.
Mix that with armpit flavored strawberries.
Dude, I like my milk to be like a micro degree above freezing. You know what I mean? Like I want it to be as cold as possible, but not be icy. It's I love milk, dude. Like a lot of people think it's weird. People are like, "Oh, dude, who drinks milk like that?" I'm like, dude, me. I would drink like a half gallon a day sometimes. Like back in the day, I love milk.
See, I've only had 2 chocolate flavors that I like so far. One was Sengoku Vapor Ninja Man, which was like Tootsie Rolls basically, and it was accurate as fuck. And then the other one is Blood Money Vape, and this is no bias to it, but the juice named after me called 2-Peckered Goat. It's chocolate banana.
Why not 3-peckered?
I don't know. He named it, but yeah, straight up 2-Peckered Goat named after me.
Yeah. You're right. So what was the chocolate milk flavor that? Oh, okay. There was a chocolate milk flavor that I vaped one time that was so bad that it was called Ninja Man. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of this, but it's called Ninja Man, and it's a chocolate milk flavor, and it's very questionable marketing and whatnot. I tried it anyway, and it tasted like dust and like smelled like chocolate. You know how that goes sometimes, where like you get like a taste, and then the juice like as the vapor leaves, like moves away from you. You're like, oh, that smells good. Like, but it's like not. It doesn't taste that way. I don't know. That's. It tastes like dusty milk. It's bad. Just real bad all around. Grape. Someone was talking about grape e-liquid. Oh, dude. Grape e-liquid tastes like that one time at a college party when I tried a friend's grape drink. Like, you know, like it was
chubby
like,
bubble. Chubby bubble perp. Grape bubble gum.
Really?
That's actually not too bad. It actually won first place award for something. I forget what it
tastes
was.
like. It tastes like grape flavored Big League Chew.
Yeah.
Identical.
Then there's a grape drink from Ruthless.
I've tried that one.
That is like drinking grape crush mixed with grape juice, and you have a grape jelly rancher in your mouth while you are eating grapes.
Overkill.
Okay, sorry. I have to mute myself every time I type because I have a mechanical keyboard. So it's like, otherwise it's like, you know, it's just everyone.
So you're saying you're still running an old school teletype?
It sounds like that, dude. Like literally, like it sounds like we must defuse the bomb.
Get to the chopper.
Get to the chopper.
Now, do it now, not later. Now.
Stop being such a pussy.
I'm Detective John Kimball.
Who's your daddy and what does he do?
Who's your daddy and what does he do? I also got the Arnold California down. California. He like has this like, California. Like he always says California, but it's like not. He always tries to say it right, so it's like California. Like it's like.
See, I can't like do like real people. I've always been better at like cartoon characters. You know, Krusty the Clown. Oh, you bastards! You dirty fucking kids! Oh,
it's always
Krusty's really going downhill.
Yeah, right. I can do the SpongeBob laugh though. I can laugh like SpongeBob.
Oh, do it.
Oh no. Okay.
Oh, that's nasty.
It's nasty.
Oh,
it's
that's
nasty.
Yeah, I can sort of do Hank Hill and Peter Griffin.
Okay.
Oh, you said it. Now you at least got to throw Peter out there.
Ah, shut up, Meg. Oh.
Shut up, Meg.
That was like Australian.
It was. I don't know why that happened. I don't know.
Boy, shut up, Mike.
Shut up, Mike. Like just like happened, dude. I can do a Russian accent pretty well. Like not a real Russian accent, but you know, like the Russian accent that we all think that Russians sound like.
Oh, yeah. The U.S. Russian accent.
In Soviet Russia, God drive you. You know, like that very like, you know. My mother was prostitute. My mother was prostitute, and my father worked at Chernobyl. I had weird life growing up.
Oh,
you gotta do the head motion too, like when you're doing it. Like it's all part of it.
Would you say that your father had a red life?
He had a red life. It was so red that he couldn't even contain the redness. Like, you know, like that. Yeah.
And then you get
no. Oh, that's nasty.
My throat's still screwed. Otherwise,
This
I usually
just evolved into craziness.
Oh, God dang it, Bobby! I got vapor in my propane again.
Oh, King of the Hill. Hell yeah.
Shit.
Let's see here. George asks, Borat, can anybody do Borat? Like, see, here's the thing is I've actually never even seen Borat.
That's nice.
It's very nice.
Yeah.
My sister, number 4 prostitute in all of Kazakhstan. You know, like, something like that. Like it's along those lines. Oh boy, let's see. Yeah, the other one I can do sometimes is like if I pull up a BBC article, I can read it in like the BBC, like the newscaster voice.
And tonight on VapeStew After Dark.
Let's see here. Let's pick something. Let's pick something interesting. Let's see. Arrest in Kuwait, frozen maid case. Yeah, let's do that. Let's see here. Nope, there's too many foreign names. Can't do that. It's way too much. Okay,
just make up names.
That's too political.
George did this. Bob did that.
That's too political. Holy shit. Okay, here's one. So this is this is about Donald Trump again. I can't. This is just like there's so much crap here that I can't like say right now. Stephen Fry. Okay, here we go. The broadcaster, who had his operation in early January, said on his website they took the prostate out, adding, "So far as we know, it's been all got." Like, you know, it's that like sort of like the former QI host added, "For the moment, I'm fit and well and happy, and I just wanted to let you know because rumors had begun to swirl." Like they have that like at the end that they do.
All right, Morgan Freeman. Any of you guys can do Morgan Freeman?
Oh no, I can't. I can't do Morgan Freeman. There's no way.
Yeah, I'm foobarred on that.
I'll give it a shot.
I can do David Attenborough sometimes.
The cats nestled close to their kittens. The lambs have laid down with the sheep. You are cozy and warm in your bed, my dear. Please go the fuck to sleep.
Let's see here. We've got some people that are. Oh yeah, we're starting to lose people. Everybody's like, "All right, this is the end."
Please don't leave.
This is the end.
I feel like you guys need to form a vape show now where you do impersonations and discuss serious topics. I can't say boy. I'm not doing any more country accents because that's a little rough. Some people.
As is the country.
Some people get offended. What was I going to do? What was the accent I was going to do though? I was going to do something. I can't remember now. Bah.
Yeah, actually, I've been challenged to do an entire review in the Cleveland voice.
Oh, Cleveland. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Here we got this motherfucking Og Vape V200 right here, buddy.
Here we got this Og Vape VNA 200 right here, buddy. No, I went to Herbert the Pervert there for a second.
Sean Connery.
Stick your ass over here.
What time does Sean Connery go to? No, never mind.
I am the last dragon.
The hunt for the Red October. I remember the David Attenborough voice. Here we see a vaping goat as he takes his first hit. It's quite a cloudy one. No, I can't do it right now. I'm like all burned out. I'm burned out. I've done too many voices that it's all melding together now.
Just imagine a whole thing of just Family Guy doing vape reviews.
Oh Jesus!
What's this here? What's this? A bonza? What the crap is a bonza?
A bonza?
Is that like something that you poop?
You know, I still Chris Empire. I love his Attenborough. Oh my god. He cracks me up.
Well, when you ask a British person to do an Attenborough, it's a lot easier for them.
Oh, I know. But here you have the majestic. It's just like, oh my god.
Here you have the majestic gazelle in its natural sanctuary. I just watched Planet Earth 2. Like, I should be able to nail it.
I've heard the best way that you're supposed to imitate Vic is by just thinking Mrs. Doubtfire in your head.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Man, you know what?
Yeah,
I just love telling him. I just love either hearing someone tell him that or tell him that directly, because the look he gets on his face before he flips you off is priceless.
Yeah,
he's just like right fucking there,
right fucking there. Like it's got this like when you imitate Vic, he's got a certain it's got a certain this like certain way of doing it. I don't know.
Well, it's like he's so Scottish. He's trying to kill the slang just so everybody can understand him.
Right.
I love Vic.
I just love last week on the after show. He popped in and he goes, "It's not a scat."
Yeah.
No, a scat. I love it.
Oh.
Well, guys, I think we're reaching that time.
Yep.
I think it's time. So go ahead and plug your guys' channels for anybody who doesn't know you guys. Go subscribe to these people. Jared.
Hi. How are you? Hey.
Yeah, simple search Jared the Vaping Goat. Pretty sure you're not going to find anybody else with that name. Yeah, that a little abrasive at times, and I post a lot of stuff, so be prepared for your subscription feed to blow the hell up whenever I post. But here lately, I've only been doing like 2 to 3 posts a day instead of my usual 5 to 8, so it's calmed down.
Jesus.
Well, it's also been because I've been sick too.
Well, but still,
dude, I'm so backlogged with subscriber request material right now. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like on average, I get about 10 emails a day of just stuff people want me to talk about, and at least 3 of them are viable. So,
right. All right. Kenneth.
Yes, hello. Well, thank you first off for inviting me on, good sir. I do appreciate it. The link I just posted there is for Jared the Vaping Goat.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome, sir. You just sounds like a weird old Mr. Rogers there. But
The neighbor.
Someone unsubscribed. Wait a second. Apparently, I'm not subscribed to Jared the Vaping Goat.
You bastard.
I was though.
You bastard.
it's that whole thing, the YouTube algorithm. But you can find me on my channel at Vaping with Ken. I do reviews, I do vlogs, as well as beginner stuff, which I kind of have a mind fart on right now, but that's what's going on with that. You can also find me on Instagram and Twitter with the same name, because it's so original to put vaping with in front of it.
Yeah,
except for Vic.
Yes.
It's all right.
All right.
It works.
Let's see here. All right, everybody. You all know me. I'm Demo with Demo Vapes. If you've arrived here somehow and you're not subscribed to me, go shoot me a subscribe. I would appreciate it. I don't know how that really would work, but that's should say it anyway, I guess. Go follow me on Instagram at Demo_Vapes and at Twitter, or rather on Twitter at Demo Vapes. I don't post on Twitter a whole lot as of yet, but I am active on there. So go follow me. Go follow me there. Go check out my Facebook group. If you search on Facebook, Demos, like DMO_S, Vape, Demos Vape Lounge on Facebook, you can find my group, as well as the VapeStew group on Facebook. If you're not a member of the VapeStew group, go check out the VapeStew group. It is. I should have probably said that earlier before everybody left, right? Yeah, it is. You just search VapeStew on Facebook. For some reason, I can't link groups here in chat. I don't know why, but go search VapeStew on Facebook. It's a growing group pretty quick. So yeah. Anyway, that is all. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I appreciate it, and thank you, Ken and Jared, for being on the show with me. And,
he's the man.
That is all, guys.
Demo.
Have a good night. Demo out. Bye.